Tether Price Prediction 2022. Hello viewers, welcome to the Crypto Informal YouTube channel. In this new episode, we will be talking about Tether Price Prediction 2022. Keep watching, we got it all covered. The cryptocurrency market is crowded with currencies whose value alternately shoots to the moon or plummets to the floor. And this isn't simply true for obscure meme coins with little to no utility other than the prospect of going viral, making its creators and early adopters wealthy at the expense of those who were late to the party. If you're new to the Crypto Informal YouTube channel, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive updates on new business expert videos. Extreme volatility is common in the Bitcoin industry as a whole. Solana, the largest gainer among the top 10 digital tokens in 2021, is up 13,206.31% year to far. The average gain for the top 10 this year is 2,197.50%. Tether or USDT, which is currently the fifth largest cryptocurrency by market value, and USD Coin, which is now ranked 10th, both recorded minus 0.07% and plus or minus 0.00% fluctuations over the last 7 days of trade. This has occurred during a week in which Bitcoin and a number of big altcoins have repeatedly set fresh highs. Tether and USDC are examples of stablecoins, which are a subsector of cryptocurrencies meant to be resistant to fluctuation. The value of stablecoins is supposed to be tied on government-backed assets, such as precious metals such as gold. This is what gives them their stability. Stablecoins are primarily used by crypto traders to effortlessly purchase and sell digital assets across platforms, reducing the need for fiat currency in traditional financial institutions. Furthermore, Tether is seen as a rare safe haven asset in a very volatile asset sector. When the price of a digital asset falls, traders may choose to swiftly shift their position to Tether in order to minimize potential losses. What is Tether or USDT? Tether's market value of $73.8 billion keeps it in the top 5 cryptocurrencies. Tether has the highest trading volume in the whole industry. Its daily trade volume is $118 billion, which is more than double that of Bitcoin, which is $50 billion. Tether is the largest and first stablecoin, having been introduced in 2014. It is allegedly tied at a 1-to-1 ratio with a corresponding fiat currency, which means that its issuer Tether Holdings Ltd distributes 1 Tether stablecoin for every dollar received. Tether's cryptocurrency is supposed to be fully backed by Tether's reserves. Tether price analysis. According to CoinMarketCap, the Tether price has mostly lived up to its principles in recent months and years, with modest price changes in a monthly low of $0.998 and a monthly high of $1. Tether's price, on the other hand, has seen several major drops and surges since its inception. In April 2017, the coin had a setback and plummeted to $0.9244. Around the same time, an anonymous critic known on Twitter as Bitfinex claimed that Tethers were not backed by anything for the first time, and queried why. According to Bloomberg, the company had not released audited statements. Following the April dip, Tether soared to an all-time high of $1.21 on May 27, 2017. Another example of Tether's short-term volatility happened after the so-called Black Thursday sell-off of March 2020, when Bitcoin fell to $4,000, wiping off half of its value in 2 days. Tether's price reached $1.0536 on that day, March 12, 2020. It then fell to $0.9742 on March 18, 2020, and underwent more volatility before resuming trading at approximately $1. During a market correction in April 2021, a similar trend was followed but to a lesser extent. Analysts at cryptocurrency data provider Kaiko reasoned that when Bitcoin declines, Tether tends to drift positively rather than adversely from its 1-to-1 peg as traders sell their Bitcoin assets in order to shift them to Tether. This behavior was on full show over the weekend, as Bitcoin fell from around $61,000 to below $54,000 in a matter of hours, they stated in a newsletter on April 19, 2021. During a fall, traders will rush to sell their Bitcoin for Tether, which is comparable to the US dollar in that it is recognized as a temporary safe haven in the face of high price volatility. A sudden surge in Tether buying pressure frequently results in positive divergence from the stablecoin's 1-to-1 peg. The abrupt Bitcoin sell-off over the weekend caused Tether to jump beyond $1.004, its highest USD price since the March sell-off. Advantages of using Tether. Tether is seen as a rare safe haven asset in an otherwise volatile asset class. When the price of a digital asset falls, traders may choose to swiftly shift their position to Tether in order to minimize potential losses. CFTC allegations. However, the actual nature of these reserves has recently been called into question. The Commodity Future Trading Commission penalized Tether issuers $41 million last month for allegedly making false or misleading statements concerning USDT Tether reserves for the years 2016 to 2019. Tether issuers have maintained that the Tether token is a stable coin with its value fixed to fiat currency and is 100% backed by equivalent fiat assets, including US dollars and euros, since the coin's introduction in 2014. The CFTC ruled that Tether was misrepresented to customers and the market from at least the 1st of June 2016 to the 25th of February 2019 and that it maintained sufficient US dollar reserves to back every USDT in circulation with the equivalent amount of corresponding fiat currency held by Tether and safely deposited in Tether's bank accounts when in fact, Tether reserves were not fully backed the majority of the time, the watchdog concluded. According to the Tether website as of November 2021, its reserves include traditional currency and cash equivalents, as well as other assets and receivables from loans made by Tether to third parties, which may include connected organizations from time to time. Tether's reserves have been scrutinized by the media and market participants in addition to regulators. Chinese debt. Bloomberg published an investigation last month that highlighted a variety of accusations about Tether's backing, including that it involves billions of dollars in short-term loans to huge Chinese corporations. Tether denied owning any debt at Evergrande, the beleaguered Chinese property development company. Tether does not and has never held any commercial paper, other debt, or securities issued by Evergrande, the company wrote in a note to Capital.com. Hindenburg Research, a short seller based in New York, joined the ranks of those questioning Tether's reserves last month. "We have reservations about Tether's authenticity," the corporation tweeted, giving a £1 million prize for information on the reserves. The corporation claims to hold a major amount of its reserves in commercial paper but has disclosed almost nothing about its counterparties, the research firm stated. The fact is that it is impossible to know what types of assets these reserves contain without audited, publicly available information. Tether stated in a statement to Capital.com that their reserves are audited, but the data isn't open or publicly available, making it difficult to verify. What's next for stablecoins? Tether isn't the only cryptocurrency that has gotten a lot of attention in recent months. Stablecoins in general have recently risen to the top of authorities' priority lists. Gary Gensler, chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, told The Washington Post in September that stablecoins were working as poker chips at the crypto Wild West casino gaming tables. Previously, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, together with the chiefs of all U.S. financial authorities, pushed Congress to approve legislation governing the stablecoin industry. Congressional action is urgently required to address the vulnerabilities inherent with payment stablecoins, according to a long-awaited report on stablecoins released last week. The regulators concluded that different stablecoin reserves are held in assets with varying risk profiles, with some allegedly holding all of their reserve assets at insured depository institutions or in U.S. Treasury bills, while others allegedly holding riskier reserve assets such as commercial paper or other digital assets. Tether price prediction. Tether coin is intended to be worth $1 at all times, and as such, if it lives up to its goals, Tether's value should remain constant. According to Trading Beast's Tether price estimate, the average Tether future price is predicted to reach $1.285 by the end of 2022. Wallet Investor, another algorithm-based prediction service, forecasts the USDT price for 2022 to be between $0.988 and $1.023. The Tether coin is expected to be worth $1.003 in 2023, with a minimum of $0.972 and a maximum of $1.039. According to Wallet Investor's projection, the average price of the Tether token in 2030 will be $1.004, with a minimum of $0.927 and a maximum of $1.087. Another forecasting outfit, Digital Coin, forecasts USDT at $1 every month until December 2028. It is important to note that algorithm-based forecasts can be incorrect, as past success does not guarantee future results. Forecasts should not be utilized in place of your own study. Before investing, always undertake your own due research, and never invest or trade money that you cannot afford to lose. What will Tether be worth in 2025? Tether's average value will be $1.004 in 2025, according to Wallet Investor, with lows of $0.927 from 21 and the 24th of November 2025 and highs of $1.087 from the 20th of December 2025. Meanwhile, Digital Coin Price predicts that Tether's value will be $1.01 each year until 2028, and 2025 is no exception. It is important to note that algorithm-based forecasts can be incorrect, as past success does not guarantee future results. Forecasts should not be utilized in place of your own study. Before investing, always undertake your own due research, and never invest or trade money that you cannot afford to lose. Thanks for watching this video. We are open to suggestions. Kindly drop your comments in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe to the Crypto Informal YouTube channel. See you in the next video.